No. Good evening and welcome to the reaction to the FA Cup 4th and 5th round draw, which was made last night. Unfortunately, we didn't do a live one due to unforeseen circumstances. So we will be bringing you the 4th round draw and the 5th round draw live, even though it was yesterday. In one game, it will say Stockport. Just ignore that. It is West Ham.
Yeah, they won 1-0 last night. Yeah.
In the 81st minute through Craig Dawson. So we'll get on with the draw. We've got it set live with Rishamin Chowdhury and Peter Crouch.
And here we go. This is the 4th round, which was the first one that was drawn out.
In East London. It's been a fantastic weekend of Emirates FA Cup 3rd round action. We saw 85 goals. We said goodbye to 5 Premier League clubs, and Chorley of the 6th tier progressed to the 4th round for the very first time in their history. In just a few moments' time, we'll know who plays who in the 4th round. We'll also be bringing you the draw for the 5th round to help fixture planning in a very congested season. And joining me is Peter Crouch, who has 5 of his former clubs in the draw, 5 of the sort of 100 that you've played for.
Yeah, quite a few clubs. 5 of them left in, thankfully. So hope to get them a good draw.
And you won this, of course, in 2006 with Liverpool. I know how much you love this competition. That must have been such a career highlight.
Yeah, it was special. I grew up with the FA Cup. I grew up not too far from Wembley, so I went to a few finals. And winning it was a special occasion for me. It was my dad was in the crowd, and it was a great win. A lot to thank Steven Gerrard for, to be honest.
Plenty to thank Steven Gerrard for. Are you feeling the pressure with all the job at hand?
Yes, I'm actually very, very nervous, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Just don't want to mess it up.
You won't mess it up. We'll do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's take a look at some of the numbers then to look out for that Peter will be drawing out from the bag here. The Premier League's Big Six are all safely through. Elsewhere, Crawley, who humbled Leeds, of course, are ball number 19. Fellow League Two side Cheltenham are number 32. Fans of Blackpool, who, of course, added to Sam Allardyce's woes at West Brom, they need to look out for ball number 30. Non-League Chorley, who are in the 6th tier of English football, will be hoping number 3 gets paired with a Premier League giant, and they could be joined by fellow non-leaguer Stockport, who of course face West Ham this evening. That is ball number 6.
Nope, they won't, because that is West Ham.
Let's start with the draw. First job is to get the balls into this little cauldron. What's your sort of style here, Peter? Are you kind of quite a careful handler to match your reserved personality, or are you going to go full Rod Stewart?
You're going to have to wait.
Full Rod Stewart.
Are you ready?
Well, this one we really look forward to. Okay, and we are ready.
As he does.
You know that's
a little tribute to Rod Stewart there. First ball, number 32.
Number 32 is Cheltenham Town. They, of course, beat Mansfield in the last round.
So Cheltenham Town.
League Two Cheltenham.
Number 25.
Number 25.
That is Man City. Great tie for them.
High-flying Man City.
Side with a really good trip there.
Yeah, that's a great tie for Cheltenham.
7 is AFC Bournemouth, currently 3rd in the Championship. A home tie at the Vitality for them against
number 19.
Number 19, Crawley Town from League Two.
That's a wonderful tie.
Crawley Town
as well.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Swansea City of the Championship, of course, currently 2nd.
This would have been Stevenage.
Yeah.
Number 11.
They're up against Nottingham Forest.
An old Championship tie there.
Championship tie there. Manchester United, of course, 12-time winners.
Oh, let's see if they get a good tie. Who do they want? Somebody easy. Maybe I don't know.
Liverpool.
Who do they not want? Oh, they did get Liverpool. Probably the one. Neither side really wanted that one.
Well, they would have wanted it at Anfield.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 next. That is either Southampton or Shrewsbury Town.
Who are still yet to play.
You don't know if they're going to play. It might be Southampton who get a bye. You don't know yet.
12 is Arsenal. Okay.
And they
the
play
current holders,
Arsenal.
of course, with a record number of wins.
Just about got past Newcastle in extra time.
Number 13.
Number 13, Barnsley, Championship side Barnsley.
Play number 29.
They play number 29. That is Norwich City. Current top of the
Another
Championship.
all championship side.
Yeah, Norwich flying. They're top of the league, aren't they, as well, Norwich?
Chorley here
Let's see who
at
gets
home.
them.
Yeah, at home again. They were at home last time out as well.
There's Wolverhampton
And they get
Wanderers. Great one for
Wolves.
their Premier League side visiting there.
That's quite an interesting tie, that. I'm sure Nuno Espirito Santo isn't going to fancy going to Chorley.
Millwall.
No.
Let's see who's coming to the den.
And this is
Number 21.
Bristol
Number
City.
21, Bristol City of the Championship.
Yeah, that's another
All
decent
championship
side.
side.
Number
Decent
30.
time at Championship again, yeah.
Brighton and Hove Albion, of course, came through on penalties last night against Newport. Nervy moments
Yeah.
there. Let's take it. Their reward is
Number 30.
a home tie against Blackpool of League One.
Blackpool, it says good tie for Blackpool. If Newport can take Brighton to penalties, then Blackpool might be able to do the same as well.
Wanderers
Yeah.
in the Championship for the first time
Wickham.
in their history. Let's see who they get.
Beast Mode's Wickham.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Got
Yeah,
Spurs,
one, Peter, what do you reckon?
which
Yeah,
would have been
Tottenham.
Marine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's a Championship against Premiership, that one.
Is Fulham.
Fulham.
Took extra time to get past QPR.
Number 20.
And they're up against Burnley, so it's an all Premier League
All
tie.
Premier League side there.
Against Burnley, yeah.
Number 14.
Number 14 is Sheffield United.
Sheffield
with their
United
first
here.
win in 6
Bottom of the
months.
Premier League. Can't win at the moment. It's like in any competition either. So
Oh, they're up against Plymouth.
Plymouth
Argyle.
Argyle.
against Plymouth.
Very
Winnable tie. Definitely a winnable tie, yeah.
7.
Number 27 is Chelsea, the 8-time winners.
I would have
of course,
wanted them, but unfortunately, wait.
against
20.
Chelsea on Stamford Bridge.
Championship. That's a decent one.
Who got past
Yes,
Morecambe.
Luton, Chelsea got past Morecambe, yeah. Luton Town there, Championship side now.
So West Ham here.
Very shortly.
Yeah, it's West Ham, yeah. They won 1-0, as we said.
That's quite an incentive. Doncaster Rovers.
Oh, played
From-
Doncaster.
Home to Doncaster. That's
London Stadium.
Number
winnable tie for West Ham. West Ham at home there, yeah.
Side Brentford.
So Brentford at home.
Yeah, already got to a semi-final this season. Just lost out to Spurs.
And Leicester
Four-time
City,
runners-up, of course.
who were the last team to play in the FA
Number
Cup
10.
at
Number 10
Brentford
is Everton.
last season.
5-time winners.
It's Everton now.
6 on
And if the
Carlisle.
Bulls are saying it right, that should be Sheffield Wednesday last out.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, so Everton play Sheffield Wednesday. And
Well,
that
the draw
concludes
ties will be played
the
across the
fourth
weekend,
round
the
draw.
23rd and 24th of January. We'll, of course, be back very shortly for the draw for the 5th round of the Emirates FA Cup.
But there's some good ties in there. We'll have to analyse some of those now.
Two ties for you.
A big one there, Tottenham versus Man City.
Yeah, the first one to come out was probably one of the best ties of the round. You know, Chorley and Wolves is in there as well. But those are two very big ties, those two.
Crawley.
Yeah, and also another big game there is the Man U v Liverpool game.
Oh, that's a massive game, isn't it? If you look at those two sides, United have won the FA Cup. I think it's 12 occasions. I think Liverpool won it a few occasions as well. Of course, Liverpool are league holders as well, Premier League holders. And Man United are picking up form now as well. They're about second, I think, as it stands in the table, and I think they're actually ahead of their rivals Man City as well, aren't they now, Man United, and pushing down on Liverpool's neck, breathing down their neck at the moment.
Yeah. And then there's Chorley, who are in the 6th tier, the National League North, at home to Wolves. And I'm sure Nuno's not going to be wanting to go to this, but
They've got
obviously,
a great record of Chorley as well. They've knocked out Derby. They also knocked out Peterborough, and they also knocked out. I can't remember who else it was. It was another league side as well. I'm sure it was.
yeah, and then Millwall Bristol City is the all championship tie.
Mm-hmm. There's a good one towards the middle there, possibly as well. Southampton Arsenal could be a good tie if Southampton get through.
Again, you suspect it is Manchester United against Liverpool, very much the tie of the round. United 12-time winners, and twice before they've beaten Liverpool in the final back in 1996 and 1977. And surely for making it through to the fourth round for the first time in their history at the 113th time of asking, will take on Premier League Wolverhampton Wanderers.
And they've met before, Chorley and Wolves as well. And on that occasion, I don't want to remind Wolves fans too much about this, but Chorley actually beat Wolves by 3-0.
And then on the next page, we've got Brighton Blackpool. Brighton just knocking out Newport in extra time.
And it's on penalties, isn't it? Yeah. It's great as well from Jason Still saving 4 penalties. He was really, really good there. And he kind of made up for the error that, led to Newport's equaliser in, I think it was about 6 minutes into stoppage time.
Yeah. Kevin Ellison on Twitter, if anyone had seen it, he phoned the physio and said, "I've got a fever." Yeah, he had an FA Cup fever because he loved the FA Cup. 41-year-old and still going strong at Newport County.
The second one down's a good tie as well. Spurs getting through against Marine comfortably in the end. Although Marine did have that opportunity with Kengley as well, didn't they, where they smashed the crossbar. And they go into Adams Park to play Wickham, who are now Championship. We've got a few former Stevenage players at Wickham as well, Alex Samuel and Darius Charles. And of course, everyone knows Adebayo Akinfenwa was the main one as well up front.
Yeah. And then Sheffield United, Plymouth. I mean, bottom of the table, Sheffield United taking on 15th place, Plymouth Argyle. I think for me, it's a good tie. It's a winnable tie for us, I think, as well. Especially with Sheffield United not playing that well. They did overcome Bristol Rovers in round 3 with a result of 3-2 to Sheffield United.
Yeah.
This would be a great game, I think. I mean, the last time they played, it was the second round, and Sheffield United beat us that day. And former Plymouth Argyle midfielder Jose Baxter was on the score sheet for Sheffield United as he scored 2 penalties against Argyle that day in a 3-0 defeat to the Blades. Chelsea Luton.
That's a good tie as well. If you go back a long while, that was an old First Division tie, that one. I think they used to play each other in the old First Division in the league.
Yeah, and they also, it's a rivalry between 2 good friends as well. Colin, who is registered partially sighted, he is facing Luke Willis's Luton.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to just have a look at this Luton squad as well. They've got some good players in there ranked. They actually play tonight as well. They play QPR tonight in the league. They're currently 14th in the Championship, and it's a good opportunity for them to test themselves against Frank Lampard and co. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've just clicked off of that a minute, but I'll bring you back a sec.
Nathan Jones as well, the Luton manager there, has got a good opportunity against Frank Lampard, as I just said. Yeah.
And you've got also you've got the Brentford versus Leicester as well, which was the last FA Cup tie to be played at the last Brentford Stadium, and now it is being, I think it's the first one at the new stadium.
For Brentford, who did they play last round? I think they were away, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were away. Hang on, I'm just going to bring you back this.
Oh no, they were at home to Middlesbrough, weren't they? So it won't be.
Yeah, it'd be the second time they were at home to Borough. I just remembered that.
29, that is Norwich City.
Sorry, I'm just.
The fourth round, some interesting ones. Well, Cheltenham incidentally through to the fourth round for the first time in 15 years.
And
take on Manchester
then it
City,
was
who were
Everton,
FA Cup winners.
Sheffield United.
Crawley.
Sheffield Wednesday, yeah, at the end.
Oh yeah, Everton, Sheffield Wednesday.
Third round will travel on the potentially winnable in. You suspect it
I'm
is
gonna bring you that
Manchester
back
United
now.
against Liverpool.
In a second,
Very
so
much the
it's
tie
close.
of the round. United 12.
Sorry,
There you go, yeah.
In the final in
we'll
1996
go.
and
Into
77.
that, yeah.
And surely their reward for making
The
it
next
through
phase.
to the
It's a
fourth
good
round for
one.
the first
It's a
time
good
in their
prize,
career of asking will take on Premier League Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Let's just look at
This
the
is-
second page.
Well, it has got a 1 in
So-
it, and that's when Spurs usually do well in the FA Cup, and they have beaten Wickham in the past in this particular competition, 4-3 just a few years ago. Can they win at Adams Park once again? It is Wickham versus Tottenham drawn for the fourth round. Chelsea,
Yeah.
who have made the fourth round for the 23rd
Yeah.
consecutive
Also,
season.
Brentford
That is a record.
do have
The 8-time
two
winners
their next
will
two
take
games
on
postponed
Luton,
due
obviously
to
fancy their chances
COVID
of
cases.
making it
They were
Yeah.
set to play
round.
Bristol
Brentford
City
are in
this
action
week.
against Leicester.
That's right. And yeah, Josh, I know we're behind, but we couldn't do it last night, so we're just bringing it as a delayed one today.
In the Premier League, of course, and 5-time winners Everton, who won this competition in 1995, and of course have got Carlo Ancelotti in charge, who is also an FA Cup winner as a coach. They will take on
Chelsea, yeah.
So that was the draw for the fourth round of the FA Cup. Is to be played over the weekend of the 22nd to the 25th of January. Coming up shortly, the draw for the fifth round. Don't go away.
So
Yeah, there's some good games that we'll cover on the channel for the fourth round, that's for sure. I know we've already spoke about last night. We're going to try and definitely cover Liverpool and Man United. We also want to cover Chorley and Wolves as well. And possibly even some of the other ties in them. Cheltenham, Man City was one we were going to look at as well, wasn't it? And there might have even been a few others, depending on days and times and whatnot. Yeah.
and depending on
who's available and whatnot. Yeah.
So we'll move this forward.
As Manchester City was the first tie to be drawn for the fourth round, and that will now be ball number 1 in the draw for the fifth round. AFC Bournemouth versus Crawley.
So here's the ball numbers for the fifth round.
Continues all the way down to the
Depends
final
about Crawley,
round
Josh, because there's a lot better ties than that, to be honest.
Ball number 16. Okay. Well, without further ado, it's time to continue. And Peter, you're an expert at this now, so I'll leave it all to you.
Thank you.
So 16 balls
All
in there.
bags empty?
I believe so.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's go.
Number 11.
Ball number 11 is either Fulham or Burnley.
So the two Premier League sides there, whichever one gets through.
2.
Number 2 is AFC Bournemouth or Crawley Town.
Which
Decent home tie there again for the winners of that one, if they whoever
Number
they get.
4, United or Liverpool.
so Man U or Liverpool.
End up at home, either Old Trafford or Anfield, of course.
14, Stockport County or West Ham or Doncaster Rovers. It sounds like
West Ham or Doncaster, yeah.
Yes, I'm sure it does.
So that's a good day out for Doncaster
number 12
if
is
they get
Sheffield
past.
United or Plymouth Argyle.
So Sheffield United or Plymouth.
Home tie, which is
Argyle.
not bad. Yeah.
Number 8 is either Millwall or Bristol City.
Which could be a winnable tie if we get past Sheffield United.
You know what's going to happen. I mean, Plymouth against Bristol City, that's what will happen.
I'd love it though, because I'd love to knock them out.
Number 5.
It's Chorley and Wolves.
Or Shrewsbury Town or Arsenal.
could end up
Yeah.
playing the holders possibly. So if Chorley were to get an upset over Wolves, it could end up playing the holders of the competition.
Yep.
Play number 13.
Norwich or Barnsley or Norwich, I should say, against Chelsea or Luton. So it could end up being an all-championship tie there, maybe.
Next up, it's Everton or Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, Everton or Sheffield Wednesday, yeah.
Play number 10.
That's Wycombe Wanderers or Tottenham Hotspur.
Which could be a very interesting game if it's Everton v Tottenham.
Number 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is Swansea or Nottingham Forest.
Home tie.
Shit,
Again?
the tie was.
Play number 1.
Home tie again.
Or Manchester
And then
City.
they take on either Cheltenham or Man City,
And the last
which
one.
would be great.
Number
Which is
15.
a little bit gutting. I hope Forest can beat Swansea, and because if that's the case, then I'll be a little bit frustrated. If it could have been Stevenage at home to Man City, that would have been a nice tie then.
And it's either Brighton and Hove Albion or Blackpool.
So there's could end up being a Premier League tie or Premier League tie maybe.
Midweek in February, the fourth round ties will take place across the weekends of the 23rd and 24th of January.
So here's the draw.
Let's see what we can make out of this one. Probably not a lot.
Obviously, all either-ors as it stands at the moment. It's Fulham or Burnley against either Bournemouth or Crawley. Crawley drawn away if they get beyond Bournemouth in the fourth round. Manchester United or Liverpool very much tied the fourth round. Well, could we see a repeat of the 2006 final? Potentially. West Ham will have to battle beyond Stockport, which is a game played later. Doncaster. It is Sheffield United really struggling in the Premier League, or Plymouth, who will take on Millwall or Bristol City. Surely, if they do get beyond Wolves, what a story that would be. Could they tee up a tie with Arsenal? Well, potentially. Southampton-Shrewsbury, of course, is a game that has been postponed. Then they will have to battle with Arsenal. Potentially, Chorley could get a dream draw. Wolves, of course, will be eyeing up that tie as well. It is Barnsley, Norwich, top of the championship at the moment, and put out a strong side in their third-round win over Coventry. They will face either Chelsea or Luton. Chelsea away from home if they get beyond Luton in the fifth round. It's Everton or Sheffield Wednesday who will take on Wycombe or Tottenham.
That could be a really good tie as well. Everton Spurs, maybe that could be really good. Yeah.
Mourinho lead Tottenham to Wembley.
Especially when Everton got one up on Tottenham already this season.
Nottingham Forest that will take on Cheltenham or Manchester City. City drawn away again, and of course they were nearly knocked out by Swansea a few years ago. To South Wales should they get beyond Cheltenham, and of course Swansea beat Nottingham Forest. And it's Brentford or Leicester that will take on Brighton or Blackpool.
That could be a good tie as well. Leicester Brighton maybe.
The fifth round draw there.
Played over the course of the 9th to the 11th of February. From all of us for now, though, it's goodbye.
That last one's hard to make out, that round 5, because there's so many, like, you know, ifs and buts and whatever. But for round 4, there's some real top ties in round 4. I'm not too sure, you know, in round 5, if Chorley were to get one over on Wolves, could end up playing at home again against Southampton or Arsenal possibly, which would be another
very good,
great day for them. Yeah,
especially like a few years ago when Sutton beat non-league teams and had to ended up playing Arsenal.
Yeah, that was the year that Arsenal went on and they played Sutton and Lincoln in the same season. Yeah,
and Sutton did really well that season.
That was right. I think Arsenal only just got past them. I think it was 2-0 away from home. And then Arsenal were at home the next round against Lincoln and beat them by 5-0. But it was more of a tie at Sutton. And of course,
I think the Sutton game was after the Lincoln.
Oh, it might have been the other way around, yeah. But in regards to that, of course, the Sutton one was the one with the goalkeeping coach as well, wasn't it? The pie-eating goalkeeping coach. So.
Yeah. and there was bets placed on that as well.
Yeah.
He got into serious trouble.
Yeah, he did.
But he was trying to make a joke of it,
mm-hmm.
which was fair enough. and sorry for this being a delayed one. I mean, we would have done it last night
if we were able to, but like obviously we had other things happening. Yeah,
we had other commitments and all that. So we will bring you the 6th round draw when it's drawn live. After
a bit about sort of mid-February sort of time. Yeah,
mid-February. So thank you very much for everyone that's listening and watched us talk about the draw. And we'll speak to you all soon.
All right. Hopefully we'll have some more commentaries this week as well. I don't know what we're doing midweek, but of course there'll be ones at the weekend. And just briefly, I just wanted to, before you ended it, obviously I wanted to get your thoughts on Plymouth as well. Those 2 ties, very, decent tie. It would have been better if it was Sheffield United at home for you lot, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Still a good tie anyway.
We've already been to Yorkshire and knocked out Huddersfield, who hadn't won a FA Cup, a cup competition in over 1,000 days.
Oh, a game in the cup. Okay, fair enough.
So, and then we'll go on to Bristol City or Millwall in the next round if we get past Sheffield United,
which is at home, and that's a good an opportunity.
It would be a sellout as well because.
I don't. You won't be a sellout, would it?
No. But I'm saying if COVID wasn't a thing, we would sell out.
Yeah.
Because it's the FA Cup.
That's the only thing. If you look at Chorley, it's a shame for them because they would definitely sold out against Wolves. If they were to go through and they possibly ended up playing Southampton or Arsenal, if that's Arsenal, for example, then that's a definite sellout as well.
Well, and another thing is, if Sheffield United,
Cheltenham as well would have sold out against Man City. Yeah.
If Sheffield United had lost to Bristol Rovers, would have been a repeat of the 2nd round last season, but the 5th round. If Bristol Rovers did beat Argyle, it could have been Bristol Rovers versus Bristol City.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
In the 5th round.
I didn't realise that was who you played not too long ago, yeah.
But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. We will be bringing you a live commentary in the week sometime. I think Tottenham games being covered. But
against Fulham now, that's been changed, isn't it? It was Villa, now it's Fulham. Yeah.
And Tottenham are not happy about that. But
I did see, yeah.
But thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you all very soon.